Hello there. So today is December 26th, and I decided to fast today, and I didn't really know why I wanted to fast, but I just felt like I needed to fast. And I was at Barnes & Noble's, or I was at Borders. The store was closing down, and I came across this magazine called Sacred Fire, the Heart of the Living World. And I was really drawn to it. I had read Sacred Fire before, and it just brought back some memories and some things I wanted to talk about. And the first thing is this bumper sticker I've read, which says, "Speak your mind even if your voice shakes." And that brought back some memories of last year, the second time that I saw Avatar in theaters. I don't usually watch movies, but I heard that it was similar to Ishmael, and I have hiccups right now, so bear with me. So I saw this movie Avatar the first time, and it really hit home. I really resonated with it, and I decided to see it again with my friends. And then when we were in the theater, I just felt like something was telling me I needed to do something about what I was feeling in this movie, and that the situation in Avatar is really applying to our planet, in that we're, one, destroying indigenous cultures all around the world. Western culture, the dominant culture, is doing this, and two, we're destroying the ecosystems of our entire planet, and we just can't keep doing this if we expect to live here. And so, with about 20 minutes left in the movie Avatar, I just was pondering, what could I do about this? And I thought maybe I could just talk to the audience afterwards, but I was like, no, they're just gonna think I'm crazy, why would I do that? But then I felt like it was my duty as a being of the earth, and I just thought about the interconnectedness of our entire planet, and how really I am just a piece of the earth that is speaking up for itself and defending itself, and I'm really just made of the same components. I'm made of the same soil as every other animal and plant on this planet, and it's only in my mind that I perceive myself, and we've built a whole culture perceiving ourselves that we're not part of this interconnected web. And so I felt like it was my duty to speak up, and especially because there's so many people out there that their voices go unheard. All of these trees that are being clear cut, no one's hearing their voices. All these other non-human animals being exterminated because we want to build a shopping mall, so we exterminate an entire species. There's 1,000 species going extinct right now every year because of what human civilization is doing, when before humans built civilization, probably a few species, maybe 5 species, would go extinct every year. So we've vastly increased this extinction rate. And so I was sitting in the theater, and I felt like it was my duty to speak up for all these indigenous people as well, who are living in harmony with nature, and then our culture just sees itself as superior and wants to destroy them. And so with 5 minutes left in the movie, I was like, all right, I'm so scared to do this. Everyone's just going to think I'm crazy. But then I felt like all these beings were giving me the courage to do this. And it wasn't really that I was speaking, it was that the earth was speaking through me. And so finally I decided, all right, I'm just going to do this. And of course my voice was shaking, as the bumper sticker says, And I wouldn't say that I was speaking my mind, I was speaking from my heart. And our minds can't really sense this interconnected web, the web of life, but in our hearts we know that everything is interconnected, and that when we clear cut a forest, we're clear cutting a part of ourselves because we are part of this web. And so I went up in front of this whole audience right as the movie ended, and I started speaking what I felt, what the earth was telling me to say, which was just that this movie is not just a movie, it is real. It is showing how we are doing this on our planet, and that we don't have to destroy everything. We can live sustainably on this planet if we only work together and change our perceptions. And so seeing this magazine today reminded me of that. And when I finally rose my voice and spoke for the earth, the sun just broke out. Nice. It knows I'm speaking up for it, for my larger body. When I finally did that, I just felt the most alive that I've ever felt, and I felt like I'd finally broken out of this stupid fear that we live in constantly, and it just felt so amazing. And so I encourage you to speak from your heart, even if your voice shakes. I was so apprehensive to get on YouTube because I thought everyone was going to be like, oh, look at this young kid, what a retard, you know. But I just finally got up the courage to start making YouTube videos about a year ago, and I feel like the things that I'm sharing are actually benefiting people, and I feel like everyone has something to give. We are all pieces of the earth which can help defend its larger body. You know, there was an activist who, somebody asked him, how does he keep defending the forest every day, doing tree sits and speaking out for deforestation? And he said, if I was just seeing myself as that myself ended at the edge of my skin, then of course it would be a tough job. But if I perceive myself as being the piece of the forest that became self-aware and is defending its larger body, then it's a lot easier to keep doing what I'm doing, and I get my energy from this beautiful world that we live in. And so this magazine, Sacred Fire, it's all about awakening our hearts, and from understanding this interconnection, we can grieve with the planet and feel how we are destroying the planet. And from that absolute despair that people often feel, which I've gone through many times at the destruction of our planet, we become much stronger, and we are able to really do the correct actions to save our planet. And so I highly recommend this magazine. Some of the things featured in it, they're talking about 2 Mayan shamans taking on Monsanto, and I'm so passionate about these issues because there's so much that we can do, and I feel like we often use anger to help push us onwards. And I felt like in the past I used to get angry about these issues, and that would motivate me. But I feel like what really motivates us is the love for our entire planet, to protect it, and the excitement about the future that we can create if we really just speak from our hearts, even if our voice shakes. So I encourage you to do that, and have a wonderful day. Peace.